Hey everyone, Donna here again, and today I want to talk about something really important that we have been using for years, and interestingly enough, I just looked and it's 11:11. How many people out there are seeing 1111 everywhere? It's crazy how much I see that sometimes. So today, the reason why I want to talk about this topic is because for many of us, we are not walking around with proper digestive systems. And there's a lot of different reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is that we're just not breaking down our foods properly. We're not digesting properly, and that's gonna wreak havoc on our whole digestive system. So when it comes to breaking down our foods, it starts about in our mouth, and it ends around our small intestines, and then of course that's once the enzymes are done its work, then it goes into the large intestine and out the back door. So what I love in my home, and we use all of the time, and if there's anybody out there who is cooking your foods, you need to listen to this because it's so important to your health, is this enzyme product. Now, when I first partnered up with doTERRA, I was so excited to find out that they had enzymes because we were already using them. And now I can just go into my loyalty rewards program order and start using these. So I'm gonna do a little experiment, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere, because I'm gonna do this really fun experiment to show you why these are so beneficial for you. And I have my son here, he's with me, and he's going to be doing a little stirring up for me. We did a little pre-experiment before this, and I think this is great to do for kids who want to learn more about their digestive system. So let's start with our mouth, okay? Before we get into this, my thought is I want you to have good digestion no matter what, and everybody's body is different. Some people are breaking down foods that others, and vice versa. No matter who we are, we need to chew our food, you guys. If we are not chewing our food, then we are losing a lot of the carbohydrates in our digestion. And because of a lot of when we chew, the more we chew, the more saliva we have, and that's where our enzymes are found. So please chew your food, which means don't rush anymore. And some say you need to chew 35 times. I've tried it, it's a lot. And a lot of the times we are really just not taking the time to enjoy our food. You know, you hear about a lot of the people in the church who are sitting in gratitude over their food. I think that's super important because when we are in stress mode trying to eat, our digestive system completely shuts down. So if you're walking around in stress, just know this is another really positive thing for you, but also I want you to not just take this as a symptom reducer alone without getting to the root cause. Again, if you're in a fight, you're in a fight while you're eating, everything in here shuts down. And so you're not digesting your food properly. And why is digestion important? Well, you could be eating all of the food, but if you're not breaking down those nutrients to get into the small intestine, for the wall of the small intestine moves it into the blood and the lymphatic system. And if you're not breaking it down properly, well, guys, you're not getting it to the cell. What I also love about this is it doesn't just have digestion enzymes, but it also has metabolic processes. And our cells have about 1,300 different metabolic processes when it comes to this type of system, this type of enzymatic system, and it helps with your metabolism. So if you don't have energy, maybe it's because you're not breaking down foods. If you are not, if your brain is foggy, if your social anxiety, we now know that the digestive system, the gut is the second brain. And if that's not healthy, your brain isn't healthy. It's like, it's all connected. And so this is a huge part of what we need to think about every day rather than just what's on our plate. How are we digesting what's on our plate, right? So we've got to go deeper with our everyday lives. And so again, with our food, let's start chewing. Second important is it gets down into our stomach. So sometimes we have some acidic, but we don't have as much acidity in our stomachs to start breaking down the food. So we've got enzymes for that. Then we got to, you know, break down the fats. We've got to break down the carbs. We've got to break down the proteins. We've got multiple protein enzymatic activity with this. We have lactase, breaking down our lactose with this. We have grain, you know, some of the fibers that we're eating. Some fibers we need to just keep going and not necessarily, there's fibers that won't break down, and that's good for our good bacteria. But we've got so much enzymatic activity with this. It is amazing. So as I keep talking, I'm gonna get my son to take one of these capsules. And what he's gonna do is, we got this pudding, okay, to show you, again, just any kind of, I like the chocolate pudding. I don't actually eat this, but we just got it for this experiment. So we got this chocolate pudding, and we're gonna open it up. So go ahead, Joa. Opening that up, and we're going to put, just to show you the importance of this, we're going to put this capsule, and it just comes like this. It's a small little capsule. It's not very big, right? Goes into your mouth. I take 3 of them before I eat. So especially when I am, did you get a spoon? Do you have a spoon? Yeah. So especially when I cook my food, enzymes are in the very food you eat, okay? So, and I'm gonna repeat that, enzymes are found in the very food that you eat. And so if you are eating food that is cooked, you are eliminating the very enzymes that is used to help your body break it down. So another great reason for that. So anytime you're eating cooked food, you need these enzymes. So I take about 3 of these with every single meal that's not raw. All right, and then when it is raw, I make sure that I chew. Okay, so we got this. Looks yummy. Okay, so we're gonna grab that spoon, Joa, and show them how thick this is right now, so that they can see. So that's thick. Let's see. Try to. Okay, do that again. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty thick, right? So what he's gonna do is he's just gonna open up one of these capsules. Okay, and he's just gonna open it up right in. If you can show them like that. Okay, and it's a powdered substance, it's a dry powder, okay? So when you put this in your stomach, the acidity of your stomach breaks it down. So he's just gonna go ahead and he's just gonna stir that up, all that powder. And you just keep stirring that for a bit. And so what, you probably should have done this sooner, but oh, hello everyone. And if you have any questions, just wanna say hello. Hi, Sherry. Yes, my grocery bill was also 11111. It's crazy how many ones. I love your earrings. Oh, thank you. I got these in Guatemala. So I used to have them all in my hair. I don't know what it is with me, but I used to have ribbons in my hair about 20 years ago. And then I just found these feathers. They were amazing. No birds were harmed in the making of these feathers. They're actually just, they come off of the I think it's a chicken. And that goes into the, just on the forest floor, and it actually serves women. They go and pick it up, and so you're helping their economy at the same time. So it's been great. So then when I went to Guatemala, how's that going, bud? Is it, oh, already, okay. When I went to Guatemala, I had them make earrings for me. Okay, so check this out, guys. Look at that, it's just, I don't want to put it on my computer. It's just liquid. So do you see how that would help you in your digestion? Just helping everything flow. It aids in the fact that it brings you, once it gets to the small intestine and it goes into the blood, you know, it makes it into the lymphatic system, and it's really just going to help with that. So wouldn't this be an amazing thing to help to just do with your kids, right? Because sometimes, especially if you have like bloating, if you have, what is it called when you have reflux? What? It's dripping. Oh, is it dripping? When you have reflux, yeah, you grab me a paper towel there. When you, if you have stools that are still formed by the time it gets out at the other end, which I know is something that I'm sure my son loves me talking about right now. But I just say this, one of my favorite hashtags is sexy women poop, okay? So talking about poop is just, it's something I do all the time. So I'm always looking at this stuff with people, because you know how the eyes are the windows to the soul? Well, I think your poop is the window to your health. So pay attention, everyone. You should be doing this like with you, with your kids, you should be paying attention to that. It's not a bad thing. And yeah, it may be dirty and stinky and all of those things, but it's really important for you to pay attention to. So Nadia says, hi, Christelle. Not even repeating that, but thank you, my love. Okay, so yeah, that's it, you guys. Grab these enzymes. I love these because, again, metabolic and digestive. And I'm going to put up, we're going to be talking about this throughout this week. There's an amazing, a lot of different products that help with your digestion, that help with your overall lifestyle, because I'm not just about one thing. I'm not just about your oils. I'm not just about one thing in your digestive system. I'm about the whole person, you know, because we are not just an eye, we are not just a hand, we're not just a leg, we're not just a brain, we're not just a gut, we're the whole thing, we're the whole system. And I think it's really important to have this. What's the question from Christelle? What's the age you can start with your kids, and tips on giving them if they can't swallow? So if with this capsule, so you saw that we opened that up, you can just open that up and pour it on your kids. And I would use it, especially in, like, I used it on my kids before they were 6. And so I would definitely, we always ask you to check with your doctor, because if there's some major digestive system issues going on, you want to take this. I often take my stuff to the pharmacist, you guys. The pharmacist knows way more about pharmaceutical drugs, if your kids are on pharmaceutical drugs, and to see if there's any contraindications. So I often talk to my pharmacist or their pharmacist if there's any major health concerns, right? Because you don't want to just, especially if some of these kids they have some major issues with their digestive health. We always say, hey, if you have any concerns, go to your pharmacist. Your doctor doesn't know half as much as your pharmacist does about contraindications with pharmaceutical drugs and different chemicals, right? So I often take it to my pharmacist. So I hope that helps answer that question. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. As usual, you could be anywhere, you chose here, and I am very appreciative. Check back soon for a link on some of the lifestyle digestive kit that I'm going to post for you. If you are interested, you can come on over and check it out. There's going to be a lot of support. And again, if somebody's supporting you already, go back to them and say, hey, listen, Donna just told me about these enzymes and I want them and I need them now for myself and for my family. Thanks again, you guys. Much love and have an amazing day.